running everything and driving cars and trucks, semi trucks across the country. There's too many issues with shit computer related that just pop up. All right, we're live. We live. Let me see. I don't know about Terrell. I don't know
About
about.
now.
I think retro. Yeah, you sound way better. Retro Death was gonna miss a couple podcasts and knew that. Robert's still in Japan, I think, or he's flying back. So Sandstorm, I don't know. I didn't see anything from him, but he's never guaranteed with his schedule. But yeah. So we'll start off a little movie talk. If anybody watched my YouTube short, I bought a pair of 3D glasses and it's called the RF emitter, hooked into the back of my projector, and finally got 3D for the first time since selling my projector to Ms. T here with the one pair of glasses I had for that. Did you ever buy a second pair, or you just got the
I
one?
have not, and
They're hard to
man, them
find.
bitches are expensive. I got to get them now because they were expensive. They're not hard to find. I find them bitches, but I don't like the price.
Yeah, nigga, you gotta be. I would probably try to find the same like the official Sony ones
Well, you have to. I did the research, and you can't fucking use any other ones.
because
That one
there's
will
DLP based projectors, and the 3D glasses only work for DLP projectors. Yours is a IR, which you mean line of sight. So I don't know if you ever noticed, if you tilt your head up or down too much while you're watching 3D, it'll stop. It'll stop working because it's got to bounce off the screen and back to the projector. And then mine's a RF radio frequency. So once I sync it, I can be anywhere. And so I went since March of 2023. I don't even know the last 3D movie I watched before that. I think it was probably earlier in 2023. To just like this last week, without being able to watch any of my 3D movies, I've actually gained a few extra 3D movies since then. And I watched Ant-Man on Saturday. That's phenomenal 3D. That's like up there with Avatar. It's great. The setting isn't as good. You ain't got jungles and you ain't got like all different layers of vines and stuff like in Avatar, but it's really good. I could never watch that movie in 2D now. Now that I have the capabilities, I can't see myself ever watching a 2D version of Ant-Man again. And then I watched The Way of Water last night. I had to buy the 3D version because, of course, 3D was never took off. I was surprised that, like, honestly, I didn't even know if they made the 3D
took off for
version.
me.
Um, and it's
I saw them. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna go see it at the theater, but I had a little health medical issue. I couldn't go sit down in a theater for 3 hours and watch it. So it just was back at theaters again last week. I didn't check to see if it was available. I was like, you know what? I'm getting the glasses. I'll get the movie. It completely it just made the movie for me. I mean, I was kind of like when I first watched it, my expectations were I was excited, but I had trouble getting used to him, Jake Sully having kids, and James Cameron's writing with the bro, everything, bro. Like the kids talk like they wouldn't talk today, but
In the
um,
'90s.
it kind of bugged me, and I'd never really. I was mentioning the whale captain, the whale boat hunting captain, or whatever. I mean, he has a couple lines that are just like it's so mustache twirly. You gotta hate this guy, but in my mind, like it just wasn't anywhere near the first one. But last night, I don't know if it was just because more time had passed. I accepted what the movie actually was. Plus, the 3D was just so good. I was grinning, like my face was getting sore. I was grinning the whole time, like watching. I was just amazed, and I was like, man, I really thought it. Like to me, like it's right there with the first one. Like I loved it last. Like when I was done, I was like, damn. Like I was even felt sad when the one kid died, and I felt nothing the first time, and I'm just like, damn, like this grip me.
Spoilers.
I can't say it's just because of the 3D. I think it was just because it's been like a year plus since I watched it, and I got over
I
my
liked it. I liked it the second time I watched it more.
yeah.
So
I really was like
I'm sure that might have been
I
some
was
of it
feeling
too.
it, and shout out to Rob. The one thing about 3D is this is the biggest screen by far I've had. The last screen I watched 3D on or Avatar was a 92 inch, and this is 120. 3D is awesome, except for because you're seeing this depth. it doesn't extend past the borders of your screen or whether it's a TV or a projector. The 3D can't come past the actual. It can look like it if it's in the middle, but like top, as soon as you get the borders of your screen, the depth is gone. So for me, I don't know if this is just for everybody or just for me. It makes it seem small because I'm seeing my peripheral seeing all this black around this screen. Because I went right after I finished, I turned on the 2D 4K version, and it looked massive. Like I don't know what the science is behind it. So I literally got on the floor. I was about 5 foot away from, maybe 4 foot away from my 120-inch screen, watching the movie for about 10 minutes till it was too uncomfortable sitting on the floor. And I was literally like, my peripheral was filled with the screen, so the depth, it just felt like, I literally felt like I was in the scene, especially when they were like, it wasn't a super close up, but they looked like the same size as me. Like the characters on screen were basically the same size as me. And I was just like, oh, I was so sucked in. And anytime they're swimming on the surface of the water, like the water comes out and then the depth, I was just like, it's so cool. And I'm going to actually try to find some kind of low, like just like cushion chair or something that I can put on the floor and for 3D movies get a little closer. Yeah, I haven't been to a 3D movie at the theater since Prometheus, so was that 2012? That was the last time
Crap.
I saw a 3D movie at the theater. Because I had a TV and the projector in 2016. I got my projector, so I've always kind of had the ability to watch stuff. So, um, yeah,
I've never needed it to be like a thing. As long as they keep doing it, I enjoyed. Avatar blew me away in the theaters, 3D.
the
Like it just blew
IMAX
my mind.
3D was
I watched it 3 times, so
me too.
happily watched it 3 times in the theater. Um, but yeah, like as long as they keep making them, I'm gonna watch them bitches. If
As long as
it's a
they
movie, it depends. I don't want a rom com in 3D,
no,
right?
and they have to make the
Um,
movie with 3D in mind. They can't do it after the fact.
right,
Even though like
right.
some post conversion ones, like Jurassic Park,
I was gonna say
has some pretty
Jurassic
cool
Park.
stuff,
Yeah,
but it's not like Alita Battle Angel. When you watch that in 3D, you know that oh yeah, James Cameron produced it.
yeah.
That was a 3D movie from the start. That like has incredible depth. Gravity looks amazing in 3D. Um,
Mm,
I have
Gravity.
John Carter, but I haven't watched the 3D version. Ant Man was great in 3D. I got Civil War. I'm gonna watch in
I
3D
bet that
next.
final battle scene was amazing.
Oh yeah, when they're like,
And,
especially when he's on like the
yeah,
toy train and stuff.
toys and
Like,
shit. I bet that shit looked great.
it's so cool. But the only bad thing is these glasses have the smallest nose piece, and my nose was hurting by the end. And I don't want. They were
Yeah.
$93. I don't want to like try to customize it. And the ones I bought a couple years ago, I returned. They don't even sell them anymore. So, um, yeah, I don't know if Civil War was filmed in 3D or is post 3D, but I know
I feel like
after I
it was
watched Ant
post.
Man, I looked it up and yeah, it had a 5-star 3D review for the 3D. So I know some people think it's a gimmick, like, but to me, if I have it in 3D,
Smell-o-vision.
it feels weird watching it, like trying to watch Avatar in 2D. I've only watched Avatar twice in 2D out of like the 10 times I've seen it, and it's just the
I
three.
was
It's
surprised that you didn't realize that that's how I watch. That's how I have Way of Water. That's how I have Avatar. It's 3D. It sucks because my kids can't watch it with me at the same time in 3D.
yeah, you have to.
But eventually they will. I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to buy the damn glasses and call it a day. But
There's no. I might just buy another pair just because there's literally nothing for my.
did I tell you what I
projector.
tried to do?
No.
Did I tell you what I tried to do? I tried to buy the Sony like TV 3D
Oh
video
yeah.
glasses. The one that shit didn't work at all.
Some of the
I was like,
TVs
fuck.
were RF, and then some were IR,
Yeah.
and then I bought the PlayStation 3 glasses because those work with the projector, but the ones I bought, the battery was dead because they're so old.
Work
Eh,
with what
The
projector?
PS3, that Sony, the PS3 3D
They do.
glasses, yeah.
I researched it and
They're
everything was
supposed
saying
to,
no.
but the battery was dead on the one. But everything I read back in the day said, yeah, that works with that, but it might not.
Because that's what I was gonna buy because they were like $20.
But
I was
they
like,
were
oh, I'll try those.
like they were cheap, and the battery wasn't. And I had to send them back to Canada. And the guy had to pay, like, it was an eBay listing, and he took the return, and he's like, well, I'll refund you plus the shipping. Well, I went to the post office. It's like $40 or $25, whatever. He's like, I didn't think it'd be that much. I was like, dude, I got to send it to Canada. It's not my fault these things didn't work. Like, I would have just threw them away, but he wanted them back. Obviously, he didn't want me to pull a fast one on him.
Right.
And it's like, I know it's not as good as VR as far as being immersed, but like, if I could get a good setup where I could sit, 5 to 7 feet away from the screen comfortably, not have my head be in the projection, in the way of the projection, and have my head shadow on the screen, I would do it. And it's so cool. But other than that, I haven't played any video games in a couple weeks. I was telling T before. I got that projector back. I've watched, I think, about a dozen movies it's been 2 weeks, but I didn't watch anything during the week last week. I just on the weekends. And so I'm getting through some series. I'm on 4 movies into the Star Trek movies. The first 4, I've enjoyed every one. I guess 3 was the weakest of the 4. I watched the first 2, 1 and 2 Captain America movies. I watched the first 2 Underworld movies. I'm gonna watch the 3rd one in 3D. I got Rise of the Lycans just because, and then I'll probably watch the 2nd Ant-Man now, even though it's not 3D. I never watched the 3rd, never plan to, and so it's just been like, for me, is
the 3rd one
Quantum?
The one with ooh,
the trailer
don't
didn't
watch
look
it.
good.
Don't watch it.
Quantum Mania, whatever it's called. The first one, honestly, I think Ant-Man. It's definitely top 3 from my favorite MCU movies. It might be number 2. It might even be number 1. Depends on how I feel.
I don't know if I put it that high, but I did really like it.
I love it. Like, it's genuinely funny. It has heart. It's got good action. The visual effects like some of the Winter Soldier. The visual effects for Marvel were like top tier back then. Like they
were amazing.
I felt like it really went downhill, after Endgame. And even some of the in between movies, some of the I don't know, Iron Man 3, I guess it looks pretty good, but some of that stuff got a little ridiculous. Like they relied on it too much.
The movie's heavily overrated.
What pisses me off is the little things that they CG, like the Winter Soldier. He's like, oh, wipe his memory and start fresh, and he's on a chair, and these like obviously fake things go and clamp his arms down, and I'm like, you couldn't just have a practical thing you could build?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I don't like about CGI. I think they go way overboard.
It's so obviously CG, it's just crash. But all right, Terrell's here.
You think about like the first Iron Man movie, like, holy crap,
phenomenal.
Like, it looks amazing, and there's a lot of practical shit in there. They built an entire.
I'm so glad I didn't miss any part of the movie podcast. Let's go,
dude. There's like a 5-second.
I need my movie podcast, bro.
You got a 5-second delay on your audio.
Was there? Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Try it again.
Crazy delay.
Testing.
It was a little closer. Right. Yeah.
Damn it. Hold on. I got an idea.
Your image quality is phenomenal. Like your camera quality is amazing.
So I look good. I'm just talking to you from the past.
So I think it's fine now. I think it's because you just.
I just saw somebody walk by your door, man. Somebody in your house?
Don't play with me. You ain't funny,
dude. You can't play with black people like that.
If my death happens tonight, I'm haunting you. I'm coming to the house. Like, excuse me, kids. I got some business with your father. Hey, you fucker.
That's crazy. I had a dream last night. I wasn't in my house, but it was my house in my dream, but it was a completely different house. And it was nighttime, and somebody was like banging on my window from outside and scared the crap out of me. So I like grabbed a gun, which I don't even have a gun, and I go out to confront him. And all of a sudden it's like wintertime. I'm shooting at him. He's running through like the woods. And then it turns out, I don't know what was going on in the dream. Then there's a girl with him, and she's like half. I mean, she's in her underwear out in the cold, and she's like obviously on drugs or something. And I'm like, what do I do? I can't let her out here and freeze. And so I let him like in the house, and we were just like chatting like we were friends. Like later on in the dream, it was so freaking weird. But anyway, it's so that's a fear of mine.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Look at that styrofoam of food. I see you.
That's the only way. Is that Mexican food?
No, Chinese.
Is that chicken? What is
Yeah,
that
everybody
called?
use that soul food place. Everybody use them.
What's that rice
Yeah,
called?
man.
Chicken fried rice.
No. Well, yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
looks
Poke
like.
fry, right? Poke fry. We black people like that poke.
All right.
All right. Well, we were going to
Yeah,
talk
you can do
about
it.
Galaxy 1 and 2. I forget exactly. Before we started, we were talking. I didn't think that was out yet, but it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
The 40th anniversary was like right around this
All
time.
right, but I want to give a quick nod to what Visor said about the big goofy CGI ending of Black Panther.
Mhm.
Almost ruined the goddamn movie for me. Almost ruined.
Oh,
movie.
that. Oh, God, don't bring that up.
So bad.
Did
so
they?
bad.
Did I forget what happened there? Did they have to change something, and that's why they like rushed and changed?
I think they had to change something, and then they had to rush out that horrible CGI fight. It was so bad.
That was
so
that's
bad.
like the only thing worse than probably the Flash, that end sequence, like CGI wise.
And the beginning.
Yeah, the babies and stuff. Yeah,
The babies.
that
my
just
God.
added to the humor. It being so bad to me, it made it funnier. But
Nightmare fuel. Those babies.
Oh, God.
But anyway, yes. So it just all right. So this situation just kind of put a lot of the Galaxy 1 and 2 kind of annoyance with the price and whatnot into perspective. 'Cause I forgot. So I'm a teacher, and one of the teacher's aides, younger guy. I don't know how we came on it, but oh yeah, because I have this thing for my students that I call Be Well Time. So at the end of the day, I pull out the Wii U, I pull out the Switch, and we play video games, and it's a real good way to kind of incentivize them because I work with behavioral kids, so it's a way to incentivize them to do their work and okay, guys, we got to get through these different blocks of lessons so we can get to Be Well Time, right? We have to earn Be Well Time. So Be Well Time is, like I said, I mean, you guys probably just as proud as I am watching these kids just love the Wii U, just loving it, just playing everything on there. But yeah, so I guess he got wind of my Be Well Time, and it went around the school because everybody's like, "Oh, that's cool!" And like, cause my class was one of the tougher classes. I took over from a different teacher, and there was a lot of issues in that class until I showed up. Teacher of the month, by the way, got teacher of the month.
I knew he was gonna do it. I knew it. He's like, hey, by the way, I am indeed the shit. In case you didn't already know.
I want to give it to video games because video games took crap for decades. You know how it's causing kids violence and all this stuff. And mine is I had a kid in my class who just was super antisocial, didn't want to talk. At this point, he would literally like be in his book the entire day, and it just slowly throwing Be Well Time out there for him and getting him to interact with other students. He's like a different kid now. And his mom called, or we had a call with her. She was calling, crying, like, "Oh my God, what did you do? It's amazing." He's happy to go to school. He wants to go to school now, and I was like, working. But yeah, so just to set it up, so one of the teachers aides got wind of my little program there, and he was like, he was like, yeah, so you play video games and stuff. Yeah. I got 3 consoles or something. I told. Like, oh, that's great. So we started talking about what do you play? I'm like, I'm a Nintendo guy. I'm a Nintendo guy. I was like, oh, really? Me too. And he's probably late 20s, maybe early 30s. So he's of a different Nintendo era than me. He's Terrell there, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
He's of your era, so he's more into Pokemon than I am because I
grew up with that.
Pokemon came out,
Hey man, we
basically.
grew. Hey, listen, we grew
So
up,
he
bro.
grew up with it, like he's like you. So, he's pretty happy-go-lucky. He doesn't like. He's not into video games like the way we are. Like we talk about developers and all that kind of stuff. He just likes Nintendo, and so all week, or actually for a couple weeks, after how long did it take before it come out after that direct for
What?
the Galaxy 1 and 2? How long
When
after
it came out? Like what date? Was it last week?
It was like a
how long
month.
after? I mean, how many weeks? Was it a month?
It's about a month, I want to say, because we got that direct like early September, right?
I don't think it was early.
Was
Yeah,
it not?
wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
early.
early September. You know
Like
what?
September
It
4th.
doesn't
We have
feel like it was that
Google.
long ago.
What we doing? What we doing?
Yeah. It's like September 4th. So 3 weeks.
Yeah.
J Big said 3 weeks. All right.
Yeah.
So the next day, I think what was the direct? No, the direct was on a Friday, right?
Yeah.
So like Monday, he was like he couldn't wait to tell me. Oh man, did you see Galaxy 1 and 2 HD? Blah blah. Excited. And this is after we got the price and all this stuff. He couldn't care less about the price of it. It's like so I didn't realize it. I just take my gaming, acumen for granted, like I think most people do. And so I asked him a couple days ago. I was like, "Have you ever played?" Because I was like, I'm all upset because the game's too expensive to me, and I'm like, that's bullshit. It shouldn't be that expensive. I'm not upset. You guys heard me when I talked about how it's right on the cusp. It's still a little too expensive, but it's not enough to make me upset about it. But we know how it is online.
Was Terrell
So
got a
he
1950s
was like,
keyboard or typewriter there?
Oh no, sorry. It's mechanical. It's mechanical. I'm sorry. Hold on.
but yeah, he came up to me. He was like really excited about it. So I asked him like maybe a couple of days ago, and every day he would see me. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, 2 weeks, 1 week," and he just was really excited about it. So I asked him, I was like, "Have you ever played Galaxy before?" He's like, "No, this is the first time I ever played it. I'm a Mario fan. I never played these games," and I just took that for granted. I figured everybody's played fucking Galaxy, right? And no, I mean, even though he's of the right age to where we would have been like his young Nintendo console, I guess he just never played it. I just took that for granted. And he couldn't care less about how much it cost, and he was just super excited about it. And I'm like, that's probably most people.
I mean,
just didn't care.
Well, if you've never
I will-
played it, and you're
I
looking
will
for-
quickly say, me being in that same era, I didn't play Galaxy either, and I owned a Wii.
Yeah.
If his age is around mine, he was probably when the Wii came out, he was probably like 14, 13.
And he was like way more into his DS probably at the time. And
Yeah, I was that
played
DS.
more Pokemon. He was
That,
all over
that DS was a whole lifestyle, bro. But it's nothing against Mario. I think Mario. I don't think a lot of people realize it. I think Mario has way more of a connection with older fans than it does newer fans. Newer fans have gotten in during the Wii, but it wasn't like the 3D ones. It was like New Super Mario Brothers. It was the 2D ones. And then I think my era really got reintroduced to it. For me, it was 3D World, because I think 3D World is fucking phenomenal, and I've enjoyed it. And that led to me playing Odyssey and all that other stuff. But I think it was around that era where we were like, you know what, maybe we need to go back and properly check out the plumber, the man who started it all, and that's where like the retroactive respect came from. So at least that's from my
Well,
perspective.
your boy Donnie hasn't played it Galaxy and says he's not interested. So
Well,
yeah, like I was taking it for granted, and he didn't come off to me as like a core like gamer, a core gaming fan. And again, I mean, statistically, that's the bulk of gamers, the ones that aren't like crazy into it. It's kind of casual. Casuals are the most, the biggest block of gamers, right? So it was just kind of eye-opening to me, like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of people out there who couldn't care about this shit at all, just couldn't care, and I'm like, oh, it was just surprising to me.
It's more along the lines of rebuying it. For us, that's rebuying it. The price seems high.
Yeah, that's my point. Is that
game before, maybe it'd be like, I don't know. I can't think of any other like 2-packs. Like, let's say the trilogy of BioShock. When that came out on Switch, I think that was $60. So those were $20 each. Older games, they're not like this. What was that, 360? Pretty early 360 era. And
yeah,
I never thought 60 was overpriced for some of these trilogies of older games, I guess. But I don't know, 70 for a double.
Prime trilogy, like what was that? It wasn't. I don't think it was 60. I felt like it was 50 or something.
I feel like it was 60.
But it was probably.
Wait for
60. Prime trilogy, and I'm like that. I mean,
yeah, bro, it was 60.
Bro, like that was a crazy deal. And okay, so you can say, well, Nintendo's making all this money now, and that's why they don't care how to charge people and whatnot. They feel arrogant. I'm like, well, the Wii was printing money era for Nintendo, and they still put out Prime trilogy with enhanced controls, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Prime 1 and 2 had Wii controls. And so they went in, and beautiful package. It's just if you got the steel book, I guess they all were like that, right? Came with the steel book and the slip cover and shit. Like, amazing package. And, $50 or $60 for that. And so you look at that kind of stuff and you're like, well, why are they doing it for this? It seems a little
40th
little
anniversary, $40 price tag. That would have been a slam dunk. But I'm sure they'll make plenty of money. You know what? Bugs me, though?
I think Mario's mind share is increased since then. So I think they're just at the point, and we've already said it because of the difference in management and who's in charge nowadays. It's just, hey, maximizing profits, baby. It's not great for the consumer, but I get it from a business standpoint.
And one thing that annoys me is,
but even a business, I don't even really get it from a business standpoint because, again, it's going to sell, but man, you could have got core gamers too. That's just more money. I think a lot of core gamers are just kind of turned off by it. Like, these two bad boys here are fine.
And what do they cost?
I play them in my Wii U.
35. No, is it 35?
Yeah, like,
hold on.
Well, yes, the thing. Digitally, it costs more, $5 more. It's $40. It's $40 separately and $35 each.
Yeah, I think it's $40 each.
And it's the same price on Switch and Switch 2, which I guess it's basically like if you have a Switch 1, you're paying the $10 extra for the Switch 2 version.
Yeah, like that's cool.
Yeah,
like,
it's 40.
Someday you'll
did he not think about any of this?
Someday you'll get a Switch 2 and it just works. But they look like they're good ports for sure. There's nothing inherently wrong. They improved the textures. The 4K. It's native 4K on Switch 2. Like, it goes from the Switch 1 doesn't even hit a lock 1080p. Like, it has dips down to like 800p. But Switch 2 is just a locked 4K the entire time, like native 4K, no DLSS, nothing. So that really shows the power difference between Switch 1 and Switch 2 when you look at like for like games, resolution, and even the Switch 1 version I think has frame rate dips, and Switch 2 is locked 4K, locked 60. It's crazy. They could have did a 1080 120 power, 1440p 120 possibly, but I'd love to have it and replay the games. I'm not gonna pay $70.
And I think that's perfectly logical, especially for someone who already owns the games and to play the games. Like,
I don't remember when that was. Last 5 years for sure, and they look great. I'll just watch some footage of it and kind of get my fill there. But if it was 50, I might have just bought it anyway. If it was
right, that's what I'm saying. It would have been like what do they call that?
Not spontaneous.
Oh, impulse to buy.
Impulse, yeah, it would have been just like an impulse buy. Yeah, I'll get that. 50 bucks.
I still might. We'll see if it. I don't think it'll ever entice me at 70.
Well, you saw me sharing the physical copy of what was it? Super Mario or Mario Kart World, and you can get that right now, $53. So
it still blows my
mind. And it's only been what?
Right.
4 months, 5 months.
Now, so is that true to the narrative of what people have been saying online, at least, is that a lot of people dropped off of that game, especially after that update for.
I don't know
which game. Sorry, I was reading.
Mario Kart World?
Mario Kart World.
Well, they've been updating.
Are you saying that Nintending is right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't even talk about Nintending. He only got the goddamn game. I don't want to hear what he got to say. I'm talking about like people who actually are playing the game.
Well, I think they've had multiple updates. It just had a recent update. I don't know what.
What I'm saying is, the updates, because I watch a lot of Nintendo dudes. A lot of these guys were like, the update didn't fix shit. If anything, it probably made stuff worse. Some of the, because
that's because Nintendo's terrible with patch notes.
Yeah. They are
terrible.
And that Robert's not here, so I don't have to argue this point. But if you look at the amount of people who would vote random when it was back when random guaranteed a three lap track, where it's just standard 3-lap track. Out of what? How many races are there? 60? 20? What is the race?
24.
24?
Before, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in some lobbies back when we first got on, once people knew, it was like 20 out of the 24 people selected random. That tells you how many people just want to race a track for 3 laps. Like, I know that was early days, so people, some people don't want to,
But
like,
it's not just that. It's these guys were sitting in a lobby wanting to do what's the
the
mode where
they
you
just
Knockout tour?
yeah, with your
knockout tour, right?
friends.
Knockout tour with your friends. You can't even do that
You
shit.
can now. They did
Like,
add that the last update.
but that was a
Yeah.
big issue.
No, definitely.
That was huge. And the guy was sitting there like, so I'm gonna spectate and then we'll go in.
You can't even spectate.
They didn't put him in the same lobby, and it was like, what the?
I don't think
what
there's
is going
there's no
on?
spectating anyway unless they added it. Or
Oh,
you could spectate, but you couldn't change. It only showed you first
Camera
place.
angle.
You couldn't switch which
And
player
the camera
you're
angle
following.
is ass.
And it's like, how did
It's like-
we go backwards from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in certain ways? Like but anyway,
Yeah, like yeah.
the fact that the
Oh.
people wanted to race the 3 laps and they're like, no, we want it to be completely random. Just give us the option. To me, like, I wouldn't say it killed the online, but it's such a turnoff. The straight line shit is just so boring. Mushrooms are useless without corners and shortcuts. It's just
What more likely is going to happen is that unfortunately it's going to be one of. I hate this. I'm gonna liken it to kind of a Street Fighter. I probably say Street Fighter 4 or 5, where throughout the course of its life cycle, people were like, "Oh, this is kind of ass" when it started, and it took like half of the generation before you were like, "Okay, it kind of got it." Or like what was it? Final Fantasy 15, same thing. First version came out, you were like, and then they came out with those either patches or different editions. And unfortunately, that was why I got on Mario Kart.
It's not like it's gonna be hard for you to come back. But it's 5 million people from the start have it downloaded on their console. Like it's just it's sitting there, so it's not like it's gonna be.
Actually turned it on. That's the last game I played actually. And I just went on the map. I hadn't got any of the question marks on Peach Beach or whatever it's called. I did that for like 30 minutes and I was like, I'm good. I did a couple P switches. I'm sorry, man. I love open world games. I love exploration. I feel almost nothing running around Mario Kart World's open world.
That's what I was gonna say. Like that wasn't even my problem with the game. I didn't even got to that part. That the update and the screwing up the intermediate track stuff. I didn't even get there before I fell off. The game itself, there's something off with it for me. I don't know what it is.
I think it's just too much.
Obviously, the open world
is
not
much chaos with
compelling.
The 24 racers, the items. It's just, it's just so hard just to get through a race. It's even worse.
I wasn't a big fan of Mario Kart Wii. It's probably my least played Mario Kart game, and World reminds me of it a lot with the big wide open tracks, the wide tracks. It just feels too.
It feels empty in some ways.
Yeah,
it's going to turn into 50 things wrong with Mario Kart World here, but
oh no!
Why the F is Moo Moo Meadows in the third game in a third straight console game? It was in Wii.
So I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh, actually Switch. So that's the same game, but it's
so
a great
I'm
track.
a little biased. That's like one of my favorite tracks. So I'm not gonna really say anything.
Over racing in Moo Moo Meadows.
I love Moo Moo Meadows. No,
it's a
the Wii track. It was a Wii track.
So since 2008 or 9, whenever I've been racing that track for almost 20 years,
I like that track a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moo Moo Meadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a Wii track.
The update.
Yeah, I know it's a Wii track, but isn't updated N64 track?
There might be a version where it's similar, but I don't think so.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's exactly.
No, it wasn't
the same.
in the retro tracks on Wii. I don't believe.
Okay, I could be wrong.
But it got a massive update on
Wii. They made a reuse the theme maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is a farm-like track in N64 one.
Yeah, it could just.
That's where the cows come from. They definitely come from that N64 version.
I only played the N64 one a handful of times, so I'm not. It could be straight from that, but first time I played it was on the Wii, and I thought it was cool. Wii U version looks stunning, and I like the track, but I don't know. I feel like there shouldn't be.
Gotta look that shit up. It's bothering me.
There shouldn't be. I shouldn't be playing old tracks at this point. And then you're coming from, and then it adds a Mario Kart Tour track that was a late edition, that stupid desert style track. That track design is nothing special, and the aesthetics are to me, it's garbage. Like, it does nothing for me. I never need to race on that track again. And it was like, that was a tour track that they threw in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe late. And then
it's Moo Moo Farm.
Oh,
it's Moo Moo Farm. Okay, that's what it comes from.
But the layout since Wii has been the same. But yeah, it's like, what was I saying? I was just saying, damn it. I should
pull it out of the
go
recesses.
Back and listen to.
Remembered all the things I talked about.
Let me see. But it got a massive update.
Are you actually get the? Oh, that's crazy.
Reuse the theme, maybe.
Farm like. See, you got this fake Nintendo fan over there. Juice don't even know what Moo Moo
Oh, why you do that? Why you can't take this man nowhere?
We all know he didn't use his N64.
Hey, listen, don't worry, we about to. Hey, listen, we'll get this Nintendo talk out of the way.
I was playing my Dreamcast. I was busy buying Dreamcast games.
Remember, he's Dreamcube. Okay, he's
Dreamcast came out in 1999. Mario Kart 64 came out in 1997. I got you on that one.
Yeah, I rented it. And I rented Mario Kart 64, and I said, "This ain't it. I'm not." Me and my buddies, none of us.
Damn.
I still don't. I really don't like it to this day.
I can't say anything. I'm not I've never been a Mario Kart guy. I think these last few ones have been the most I've played of Mario Kart.
And multiplayer, 4-player split screen, that was amazing in them days. That was like before 007. Was that before?
Yeah.
A little bit before.
Whatever I was saying, I don't remember. But Mario Kart, like I was talking about Moo Moo Meadows. I don't remember where it was. Took it from there.
You're talking about that dessert track from Tour.
Oh, the dessert track.
Had?
Yeah, it's from.
I got it.
Mario Kart Tour. They throw it in late in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, and then that's one of the tracks. You get 40 tracks, and they threw this.
I told you to put Mario on a goddamn cell phone.
That can't be the best track from Mario Kart Tour. There's no way that's like
a lot of people. Well, depends how deep you want to go into this. I was gonna say a lot of people feel that Tour in some ways.
It probably hurt.
Yeah,
that can't be the best track from Tour. Like,
well, the problem with Tour is Tour's track's already simplistic as it is, so it's kind of like.
But it's like we shouldn't. Honestly, the retro thing has been a part of Mario Kart forever. I'm gonna guess since was it Double Dash? Well, we know Super Circuit had the entire original game in it. Once you unlocked it. What was the first official Mario Kart game to have retro tracks? Was it Double Dash or DS or Wii?
It was Double Dash.
Was it not in the? What about the Game Boy Advance?
Oh, that just had the.
Double Dash didn't have retro tracks.
I think it was. I think it might have been DS or Wii that was the first.
It might have been. It might have been DS. I mean, DS definitely had it. So
I'm just like,
yeah, it had to be DS.
I mean, after how many years of Deluxe, I got all those tracks. I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't want any retro tracks.
You're just not happy with the ones they picked.
Could have been 40 brand new tracks at that point with all that development time and stuff. Maybe added retro tracks later on, but either way, we're moving on. I'm sure
we have words.
Some people.
Well, I was gonna say
listening.
I'm probably gonna go back to because I haven't really touched all the new tracks in 8 Deluxe. So I'm probably just gonna go back to Deluxe.
My thing is, and
hopefully get my fill in right now. I'll come back to World after.
I could never get back into Mario Kart after Rocket League and Smash Brothers. I mean, we had fun, but Mario Kart wasn't. Other than the tournaments I did initially for the podcast, I had a lot of fun because racing with everybody, we share stories about it after the fact. You know, there was good moments, but when it comes to like competition like that, I don't know. I like to have a little more control in it. Now, yeah, there is definitely skill to Mario Kart. There's a strategy. Yeah. I feel like the strategy is just don't be in first. Like, just hang out.
Well, I think that's a lot of Mario Kart.
But I felt like in Deluxe, not Deluxe, but Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, I felt like you could get out pretty far in front and hold your lead, especially with the
which one? 8?
The horn?
Yeah. With the horn and stuff. there's just so much chaos. But I want to
I was
touch
gonna
on
say,
something.
we
I
had a
watched
lot of
a
rubber banding.
I watched a video and a follow up video, and I shared it, but I don't think anybody clicked on it because the thumbnail is obviously trying to get people to click on it. It had Pokemon, had the N64 tree, said Pokemon trash. It had Breath of the Wild with a tree. It said masterpiece.
Oh, I did click on it.
Of course, I clicked
but
on it.
I didn't get that far into it, but I did click on it.
According to this guy, he's played like all the Pokemon games and about a dozen other games non-Pokemon related in his entire life. Like Pokemon.
Yeah, he's a casual.
Every Pokemon game pretty much sounds like ever existed, and then about a dozen non-Pokemon games. And he finally picked up a Switch 2, or he picked up Switch 2 and he finally decided to play Breath of the Wild. Now, obviously, his thumbnail and stuff was clickbait to try to get people to click on it. But basically, it's just his, how do you describe it? He played the game, he recorded the footage, and then he's just like basically telling his story of his journey. And of course, he made some comparisons. And the thing that stood out the most to me is so funny because this is not what Nintendo's known for. He's so blown away by the quality of the cinematic cutscenes and the fact that there's voice acting. He just can't get over it. Like this, he's like, I never thought I needed voice acting, but this is so good. These cinematics are so good, and yeah, they're good. But it's not like Nintendo's known for their amazing cinematics and amazing voice acting in their games, especially Zelda. It's never had it before. But he is just so blown away. Like in the second video, he's still like. He's like, man, I don't know if I'll accept Pokemon not having voice acting anymore. But he doesn't spend much of the video really comparing the two games. It's just a very fresh perspective, and he's just kind of sharing his journey. And he's got a good voiceover voice, and the way he edited it and stuff is very entertaining. I'm just like, man, this is just cool. It kind of brings me back to 2017 when we were sharing our individual stories. But it's also funny because he thought, well, I'm collecting all these items, I'm going to be able to craft like amazing weapons and stuff, and then he found out later on that you couldn't. He was pretty bummed. Maybe that's why they did it for Tears of the Kingdom, even though it's not much of a crafting system. So I just thought it was interesting, and I'm like anxiously waiting his next episode, and probably will keep watching him if he keeps making them. But it was just interesting. How could somebody sounds like he's, I don't know how old he is. He doesn't sound young.
He's probably like in his 20s, I would bet.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's in his 20s, maybe mid to late 20s. It was a video Juice posted about a Pokemon fan's first time playing like Zelda. I will say this.
Yeah, I saw that. I think he's in his 20s,
yeah, I will say this. The lack of voice acting for Pokemon was never as offensive until we hit 3D. So when the 3DS came and we got X and Y and then Sun and Moon, but to me, the gens that really hurt the most from it, and it's really jarring, is Gen 7 and 8. Because Gen 7 on the 3DS for some reason was like, I'm gonna do these crazy cutscenes with the characters talking and then put text